Hi, I'm Mayor Tim Lowry, and welcome to another edition of the Mayor's Minute. Today, we are on location at the corner of St. Francis and North Lafayette Street. With me is Scott Smith, who is the Missouri Regional Manager for the Lockmuller Group and the former city engineer for the city of Florissant. Scott's organization was in charge of coordinating the design and construction administration of the Lafayette Street project. Lockmuller Group is a Midwest regional consulting firm with emphasis on planning and designing state and local infrastructure improvements. Scott, it's good to have you back, and I appreciate you joining me today.
Thank you, Mayor. It's a pleasure for me to be here.
Thank you. First, I'd like to thank you, the Lockmuller Group, and the contractor, Gershenson, that was hired to implement this road improvement project. It was much needed and long overdue. I know the residents and business owners along North Lafayette Street are happy to see the improvements. Can you tell us about the street project?
Certainly, Mayor. As you will see, the surface improvements consist of asphalt, new roadway pavement, concrete sidewalks, and then concrete curb and gutter. But there's a lot more to that than meets the eye. My team, working with your administration throughout this process, wanted to take a holistic approach to this project. And what we did is we not only concentrated just on the roadway and pedestrian improvements, we wanted to make sure that all of the residential and business owners were part of this process. And by doing that, we talked to them throughout the project, kept in good communication with them. And then what we found out was what their concerns were on top of what we were seeing as far as roadway, pedestrian needs, whatnot. And a lot of those really reverted back to stormwater drainage. So underneath these surface improvements, we upgraded the storm sewers, and then in addition to those, we also upgraded the water mains, the water lines, and then the gas valves and gas mains too. So it was really a large combination of underground and surface improvements. In addition, we had a fair amount of aesthetic improvements as well. Throughout the corridor, you'll see retaining walls, modular block retaining walls, where we had a little bit of a problem of securing some of those steep front yards. So we wanted to make those look nice. Also, take into consideration some of the historic looks as well and satisfy those needs. Some of those block walls, we wanted to keep them the same look as what we had when we started. And then for here as an example, we have some curb bump outs. They have an aesthetic pleasing look to them, but they also double as safety improvements, making the distance between the streets for pedestrians to cross a lot less. And then also we identified some areas where new parking could be placed. And that takes some of the those parked cars away from the traveling lane.
So can you talk about how this project was paid for?
Sure, absolutely. The cost of this project was to the tune of about $2 million overall. And that consisted of the design, the right-of-way acquisition, and the construction costs. The construction costs mainly being to the tune of around $1.7 million. That was the lion's share. But to the credit of your administration, my team working closely together, we worked hard in meeting that late fall, early winter 2019 time frame for the bidding process to begin, because we wanted to hit that market with the contractors when they're a little more aggressive, they sharpen their pencils. Sure. And as a savings cost, we were able to get a bid that was $100,000 less than our original estimate.
And that's great. And I know that this was a MoDOT grant. I know that MoDOT paid 80%, the city of Florissant paid 20%. And so, I mean, working together, it's just been a great achievement here on North Lafayette Street. And certainly appreciate all the work that you did and certainly everything that you put into it. I know we got a couple more exciting projects coming soon. Hopefully we'll have St. Denis Street. Yeah,
no rest for the weary here. Yes. As soon as we're wrapping up work here on North Lafayette, we're going to begin, our planners and design engineers are going to be looking at the improvements along St. Denis Street. So we're looking to bring back those federal dollars that you're fighting for constantly. Yes. Our teams are working together for the improvements for the residents and business owners here in Florissant.
We'd just like to thank you again, Scott, for being here today and really appreciate everything that you've done for the city of Florissant in the past and all you've done to make sure that our street improvement project was completed on time and under budget.
Great, Mayor. Appreciate the good words, and it's really it starts with you and your administration, your support, your leadership, and then our teams working together along with the good folks at Gershenson Construction, East West Gateway Council of Governments, and MoDOT, working together for this successful project.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.